Hello and welcome to today's daily news report where I cover all the biggest stories affecting your wallet, life, and money. You watch this channel each day because I keep you in the loop on what's really going on in Washington, D.C. with President Biden and the U.S. economy. So let's jump right in. As you can tell, I'm not in my office. My wife actually surprised me and took me to Las Vegas, Nevada for my 40th birthday. So I may or may not do a video tomorrow as I turn 40, but wanted to get on today and let you know what's going on. I've been walking around Las Vegas with my hashtag Defund Congress t-shirt on, and I can't believe how many people have said, "You're right, dude, Congress sucks," right? So we're finding some common ground, even though there's political differences with the people on the street. They can all come together and say, something isn't right. So let's go ahead and jump right in, and I hope that this video finds you well. Happy Father's Day to those that are fathers yesterday. I put a little post up, but just wanted to officially say that here today. Okay, politicians are usually self-centered, but most of the time we can rationalize the reason for the moves they are making, even if it's not in the best interest of the country. However, in Biden's case, he is simultaneously destroying the economy with his policies and his own reputation. I've never seen anything like it in politics. It's almost like they want to lose in 2022. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but let me just point out a few things that are in the news right now. So from one side of the energy secretary's mouth, she is saying that Biden has asked oil companies to invest billions of dollars in ramping up production for the United States. But then out of the other side of her mouth, she says in 5 or 10 years, actually in the immediate, we're also pressing on the accelerator, if you will, to move towards green energy so that we don't have to be under the thumb of the petro dictators like Putin or at the whim and volatility of fossil fuels. In a nutshell, the Biden administration wants companies to invest billions of dollars of their own money into something that Biden has publicly said he wants to destroy. It only takes a small amount of intelligence to understand that oil companies aren't really interested in investing in their own demise, and so they're not investing at the same rate that the Biden administration wants them to. On the other hand, when they do make investments, it's not covered in the news, and then Biden comes on and says that they're price gouging. But as of right now, after 2 congressional hearings, they haven't been able to prove that they are price gouging. And so when are they going to take the brakes off of shutting down oil production here in the United States? I don't really have an answer for you, because as of right now, Biden's plan is to go to Saudi Arabia and beg the prince for more oil from Saudi Arabia versus just allowing more oil production here at home. And I'm not alone in this thinking. Democrat Senator Maggie Hassan of New Hampshire said she is frustrated with Biden and his administration. She said there is a way to lower gas prices immediately, and she feels like they are being ignored on purpose. Hassan even went as far as to call Biden a liar. She said he mentioned over the weekend to CNN there isn't much he can do about pain at the pump or pain at the grocery stores, but this isn't true. Hassan said, why was suspending the gas tax that would save Americans 18 cents a gallon when the average gas price was $3.50 a good idea? But now that gas is $5.10 on average, it's suddenly not a good idea. Biden should immediately do a gas tax holiday and get those prices down. She also said, hey, the big oil companies, they gave you 10 ideas and you've acted on 0 of them. This has to be on purpose. What are you guys doing? So as a Democrat senator, she is very frustrated with the Biden administration, just like you and I are. Now, according to the New York Times, they say it isn't that there isn't much Biden can do. It's that he isn't even willing to try doing things that might bring relief. So it's almost like he has analysis paralysis, right? Like he's overthinking things to the point of just doing nothing, right? It's almost like he fell off of a bike and hit his head. Like, come on, where is the clear thinking when it comes to helping the American people right now? In fact, I just read that the Pentagon is now asking for even more money to be sent to Ukraine, where I can't even remember the last time they sent money to the American people. That's how long it's been. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell is facing heavy criticism after he delivered a speech last week where he said there is no sign of a broader slowdown in our economy. Many are now accusing him of offering false hope by sugarcoating the truth. The reality is that the bottom of the recession probably still hasn't hit. And some estimate it could take us 3 or 4 years before the U.S. economy is back in full recovery mode. The full weight of inflation will set in for most people as the summer continues to move on, as people realize the true cost of gas and food as they try to do family activities, family reunions, or celebrate the upcoming holidays. This means that the stock market probably is not priced in full effect to consider the inflation and the recession and the slowdown that is likely coming. So if you're looking to make money, it might be a waste of time right now to buy, because we might not have even found the bottom. In fact, while I've been here, I've been reading this great book called The Great Devaluation, and it basically walks through how the Federal Reserve has been probably one of the most detrimental things to the health and safety and flourishing of the United States. Because all they do is they flood the market with money. And where does that go? It goes to Wall Street and the ultra wealthy. It never makes its way down to us. And this is, there's supposed to be this trickle down economics, but that's when money hits the people. The Federal Reserve doesn't even allow money to hit the people like it did with stimulus or the PPP program. It just goes right to Wall Street and buying up bonds, or to the ultra wealthy in the form of 0% interest rate loans, which what do? They go buy more expanding assets that you and I can't afford. And so anyway, great book if you want to read it, The Great Devaluation. But this is what we're living through right now, and it's starting to make many people crazy. This is what you call gaslighting, when you know in your heart of hearts something's not right, but somebody in authority is telling you that you're the crazy one, that you need to have more faith, that you need to have more trust. In fact, Secretary of Treasury Janet Yellen is now saying she believes the U.S. will avoid a recession and the inflation will come down thanks to the Fed. But from what I'm reading, she's the only one saying this right now. And maybe she's saying it because she and Jerome Powell are good friends, and she used to be the former chair of the Federal Reserve. So she doesn't want the company that she used to work for to look bad. So now she's spouting off things like, oh, inflation's going to go away. We're going to avoid a recession. But nobody's really buying it. In fact, one of former President Obama's top economists said the Biden administration is pushing the United States into recession based on their policies and procedures. He said there is no way the United States will avoid a recession and all that comes with it. Job loss, uncertainty, slower wages. We're basically heading into stagflation, where things are high and wages are stalled. While Biden is saying a recession is not inevitable, while doing almost nothing to stop it, the rest of us are waiting to see who the 2024 presidential candidates will be. As of right now, Hillary Clinton said if Biden runs, she will not run. But no other Democrats are really coming forward. They're all starting to pile behind Biden. But I think what they're really waiting for is for Biden to say, actually, I'm not going to run. And then you're going to see a flood of Democrat leaders trying to get in line. As for the Republican side, right now, the front runners are Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis of Florida. Trump has stated that if DeSantis tries to run, and if Trump runs, that he will beat DeSantis. It won't even be a contest, according to Trump. But Trump may be in some trouble politically. Now that the January 6 hearings are happening, even though they're not getting as much eyeballs as the January 6 committee wanted, according to an ABC News survey, over half the country believes that Donald Trump played some role in the attack of the Capitol. And this could be fatal to, maybe not to Donald Trump going to jail, but to being reelected in the future. And more people are saying, hey, maybe Ron DeSantis is the front runner that we should all be lining our energy and money up behind. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is going to run for the Democrat side? Who's going to run for the Republican side? As you all saw, Biden is reaching the age of 80 over the weekend. He fell off his bike, and Secret Service formed a circle around him to keep his shame from getting out of control. He jumped up, brushed it off, said he's totally fine. And it's been getting a lot of meme activity on the internet, people making fun of it. I'm just going to say he fell off his bike. That's as far as I'm willing to go. Okay, and then there's some changes coming that are in the news right now. It looks like there will be a transgender athletic program as more and more universities and states are saying there's men's sports, there's women's sports, there needs to be transgender sports. And so it looks like the groups that run that, specifically the swimming world, they're saying they're just going to open up a separate category so that people with this belief or thoughts can have a place to compete with their sports talents. Now, this is my update for today. As I know more, I will definitely come on and share more with you. Don't forget to get your name entered to be one of the winners of the $6,000 in cash that Casey and I are giving away, thanks to generous video sponsors. Before I go, I want to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.